Annyeonghaseyo. Hi, my name's Aliya. I'm from sunny South Africa and I'm making my electronic resume in order to get work in Korea as an ESL English teacher. A little bit about myself. I come from a big family and my family is Muslim, and I've been a teacher since I qualified. I've been teaching now for 7 years and this is currently my 8th year of teaching. I'm an English teacher in South Africa and I teach 7th grade, which is middle school in Korea. And I've taught 2 years in South Korea in Gunsan, Jeollabuk-do. And I really love the experience. So this time I'd like to come back and maybe teach a different grade, teach in a different area just to get a bit more of Korea. My experience is as follows. I have 7 years teaching experience. I've taught at the same school in South Africa. When I left for Korea, I came back to the same school, luckily. And in Korea, I taught high school boys at an all-boys school. And at this school that I currently teach at, I've taught grade 7 as well as grade 4. The perks of teaching grade 7, the older kids I feel are a lot more open-minded. They are very influenced by their surroundings, so it's a lot more easier to teach them things that they relate to. And then the smaller kids, I taught 10-year-olds, which was 4th grade. I find them very teachable. They are moldable. You can mold them to what you want them to be. So both types of teaching really helped me to develop as a teacher, and they also taught me a different approach for both grades. This time in Korea, I'd like to teach older kids if possible, but I'm open to teaching elementary school, but I don't think I'm a kindergarten teacher, but I'm willing to try. I think the difference with teaching ESL and teaching English as a first language would be the teacher's approach, your attitude towards the subject, as well as your patience with the kids. I learned a lot in Korea that I have to be patient and that language is always more difficult because you have to listen, you have to process the information, and then you have to understand it. So it took my kids a lot longer to understand the lessons, which made it easier for me to now understand how to approach them, especially high school boys. They let me know. So I think I'm a lot more open-minded in different ways of approaching English as a language and as a subject. I like to have interactive lessons. I prefer to have lessons where my kids are involved in the lesson. I don't like to lecture. So usually my lesson would start as an introduction to what we're going to be learning. I'll either include a video or I like to include dancing, singing, any kind of action to get the kids the nerves out of them so that they're more excited to try and they're not as shy as they would have been if I just asked direct questions. This approach worked for me with the high school boys. They were very eager to learn. They were very eager to do their presentations for me because I make a fool of myself first. I will do the example with them just so that they know what's expected, and also to get them excited about the subject. It's not only a study subject, especially a language. I think that's the misconception with English. This year will be my 10th year teaching, so I think I'm qualified. I'd like to ask that my application be considered, and I hope to hear back from you soon with work from Korea. Thank you very much. Annyeonghaseyo.